Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar where we will showcase how you can switch to digital AP1s with InfoTrack. My name is Bronwyn Townsend, and I'm the Senior Marketing Manager here at InfoTrack. Today, I'm joined by Kelly Cutler, Knowledge Manager at InfoTrack, who will take you through our digital AP1 solution. As you know, from November this year, HMLR will be mandating the AP1s are to be submitted digitally, so we're going to show you how easy it can be to make that transition. Before we begin the webinar today, which we expect to take no longer than 30 minutes, I'd like to draw your attention to the box on the webinar software that allows you to ask questions as we go through. Type them in here and we'll answer any questions that you may have at the end of the session. I'm now going to hand over to Kelly to present.
Thanks very much, Bron. So yes, I'm Kelly Cutler. I'm Knowledge Manager here at InfoTrack. And as Bron mentioned, I'm going to go through the Land Registry Digital AP1 mandate, and then I'm going to go into InfoTrack's AP1 solution. So what is the change? So from November 2022, we will no longer accept scanned or PDF copies of AP1s for changes to existing titles using the Land Registry portal. Currently, up to 80% of AP1 submissions involve uploading physical paper documents. So what's the change? So we have the Electronic Document Registration Service, known as the EDRS, which is a PDF or a scanned form, which are uploaded onto the system for it to be read and reviewed by a caseworker as part of a manual process. The new Digital Registration Service, otherwise known as the DRS, is when information is added in as data into predefined fields. And actually capturing it this way allows the system to read the data and check for any errors. So we're moving towards the DRS. So why is the Land Registry going digital? Because of current manual process delays and costs, high number of requisitions, high volume of support calls, lack of requisition management tool, and to protect the register's data integrity. So what does this mean for the industry? It means quicker processing times, digitalization of the process, online guidance for submissions, fewer errors and reduction in requisitions, and the opportunity for further innovation. So what things does a law firm need to consider? Change management. So there are going to be change challenges. You need to get ahead of the change. November 2022 is just around the corner. It'll be here before you know it, and you really don't want to get stuck in the backlog. You need to consider staff training and obviously cater to individuals and ongoing real-time support. And then from a productivity point of view, so as mentioned, registrations will be digital only. So that means no more paper or PDF forms. You need to consider your software suitability, so your integrations with your CMS, and the ability to directly liaise with the caseworkers. And then from a compliance point of view, a full audit trail on how to report to regulators, full firm visibility of all matters, including requisition management tool and key dates automation. So what are your solutions? So that means the new digital process through the Land Registry DRS service, or using a partner integrated through the business gateway like InfoTrack. Just to give you some stats on InfoTrack, we are Land Registry's key business partner and biggest user. We've been doing digital AP1 since 2016. We have 6 years of continuous software improvement. We've reduced requisitions by up to 30%. And we do over 550,000 submissions a year, and that's actually nearing on 600,000 now. So what does digital AP1s by InfoTrack look like? You get full guidance and expert support for every application. You have form flexibility, so multiple forms in one application like shared ownership and staircasing matters. Integration with leading CMS as well as lender panels. One-page form pre-populated and linked to HMRC's SDLT5 and electronically signed deeds. And our unique AP1 dashboard, so with application overview, auditing tools, requisitions and cancellations. So looking ahead, what are we going to do? We're going to continue to invest in more experts for additional support. We're going to continue to expand our integration partners. We're going to add new lender management panels, and we're going to continue to reinvest back into the system. And there's a testimonial from one of our long-standing clients who actually uses both our completion services, SDLT and AP1. And obviously Really like it. So I'm now going to switch my screen and we're going to now look at InfoTrack's end-to-end digital AP1 submission and management software. So there we go. So AP1 can be found in the post-completion workflow, naturally sitting behind the SDLT, where we similarly integrate with the HMRC, allowing you to digitally submit your stamp duty returns. And actually using both the post-completion services allows you to submit these in under 5 minutes. As I've mentioned, InfoTrack released our AP1 product back in 2016, and we continue to work very closely with the Land Registry to develop the business gateway services across the Land Registry services. What you see here is our latest AP1 software, which has been built with the aim to make your post-completion process faster, more accurate, and reduce the potential for unnecessary requisitions. So here is our smart one-page interactive form. And like all InfoTrack products, your matter reference tells us about information already contained within your matter. So depending on whether you're accessing InfoTrack from a case management system or depending on the orders you've already placed with us, we can populate up to 90% of your AP1 for you. So as I input my matter reference. And it's really important when it comes to your matter reference because it reduces the time it takes to complete your AP1, removing the need to rekey information and reducing the potential for missed information. On this matter, I've already ordered a register and submitted my SDLT return. So as we work through the form, you'll be able to see how much information is already pre-populated for you. All required fields are asterisk, so you won't be able to submit your application with missing information. Registration type is our first required field. And for Land Registry portal customers, you should be used to selecting the registration type. But if you're unsure as to the registration type relevant to your application, head over to our FAQs for definitions plus lots of other AP1's tips and tricks. Today, we're going to be running through a simple discharge, transfer and charge application affecting the whole of the title. So dealing is the relevant registration type. Our title number has already populated over, but we were able to add on further titles and we'll also verify the titles automatically for you, showing the address and pending registration status, reducing the risk of cancellation of your application due to an invalid title. We've also pre-populated the local authority and the postcode. So we can now move on to selecting the priority applications we're looking to change the register with. Simply select the drop down and see the wide range of applications, easily identifiable with their form code and description. We also organise applications into common forms and form bundles, making it quick and easy to select common applications like discharge, transfer and charge. And just like most forms, our AP1 form is about working left to right, top to bottom, reviewing the information from your file and documents and completing the relevant fields. We also integrate with our Sign It for Deeds product. So where your deeds have been electronically signed, on selecting yes, will automatically look for and upload your conveyances certificate into supporting documents. If your deeds are not signed electronically, then you can simply upload them here and confirm their certification for those who are integrated with case management systems. Here you'll be able to select files associated with this matter only. If you need to move the order in which your application type should be registered or removed from the title, simply drag and drop them. There's no limit on the number of applications you can submit in one AP1. And if you can't find an application that matches your deed, you can simply select AP1, change the register, upload your deed and proceed to the next section. We'll automatically calculate your lead application fee using the pre-populated consideration value from your SDLT submission, so no need for a fee scale or a calculator. We'll also automatically attach your SDLT 5, reducing the risk of it being forgotten and a requisition being raised. Here in supporting documents, you'll be able to upload any supporting file like consent forms, power of attorneys, countersigned documents, and so on in one place. All along the right-hand side as well, you may have noticed we've added some handy guidance when completing the sections, plus tips to help reduce common requisitions. For new users that maybe start to submit without any prior knowledge of the paper AP1, these guides can really help users better understand the sections and the Land Registry's requirements. We're now going to move on to the party details, and here we've split what traditionally was panel 13 into 3 manageable sections: applicants, proprietors, and other parties. As missing or incorrect party information is a common cause of requisitions, we wanted to group information in a way where you can move through the sections consciously, ticking off the required fields from left to right without having to jump around the form or clicking through multiple pages. As you can see here, the majority of the work is done for us. The applicant's name and the details of the lodging conveyancer are already pre-populated. We can also complete the applicant's role field because you've told us that you're lodging a transfer and charge. All that we need to do here is simply enter the lender's details. I pop those in. As you start typing, obviously we'll suggest the relevant bank and we'll populate their address for service too. We can also confirm our details as the lodging conveyancer, and if your firm's process is for support staff to create the AP1s and then the conveyancers lodge the application, you can simply select the lodging conveyancers from a list of users within your firm here, and you can update their contact details here if needed. Now we can move on to the proprietors section. So we call it this because we know there is a transfer being lodged, and so a registered proprietor will be a transferor. As we've ordered the register on the matter, we're able to populate the proprietors' names here. We're also able to populate the conveyancer's details from the SDLT submission and again associate the borrower roles for the discharge application and transferor for the transfer. And all we simply need to do is add in the lender at the bottom here. If there are any other parties within the application, they can be entered within this section and you can use the drop down to select from here. And as we've built the form, you'll notice on the left-hand panel, we'll update with the key information. So this will help you review the information supplied as you go. As you move on to the associate application section, the task is to similarly review the application. We have the two borrowers and the lender for the discharge, the transferee and the two transferors for the TR1, and the borrower and the lender for the new charge. All that's left to do here is to simply complete the address for service for the applicant. So you can enter the address for service for each proprietor yourself, including their postal, email, or DX address. Disclosable interests is defaulted to no for ease, and again to speed up the time it takes to complete the form. Here, if you are on the LMS panel, we have what I like to call an integration within an integration. We can link your application to your LMS case number and will automatically send them your submission receipt and then completion of registration details once your application is complete. You can simply select on the drop down and pick from the address and reference. As you move on to the notes section, so this is a fully flexible product. So if you have any information you would like to let your caseworker know of, you can input the information into this section here. We also integrate with our MRO1 lodgement software as well, and we will pre-populate the certification wording straight into the notes section for you here as well. Finally, here at the bottom of the form is where you can confirm the credentials used to submit the application. These should be stored in your InfoTrack settings, but on occasions where your land registry EDRS account changes, so you update the password, you can update them here as well. You can also include any third-party recipient information here for all correspondence about this application. Simply select a colleague from the drop-down or select other user to manually enter the details. On save and print, we'll populate a paper AP1 form for you, so it will be a form that you're familiar with through the land registry. You can review or download and print and share where required, and we'll of course send you an email over or send the file back to case management. If you're happy to submit your application instead, we'll send your EAP1 to the land registry instantly and we'll return a submission receipt showing your application's land registry reference, so you know that the application has made it to the day list and therefore has priority. Now, along with your AP1 form, we also have our AP1 dashboard, which allows you to manage and monitor your applications. As with everything on InfoTrack, we have like a big brother overview of those products. So here we have our AP1 dashboard. You can filter through your submissions using the boxes along the top ribbon here, such as going through warning of cancellation, cancelled, completed, etc. We also have a handy tool here, export tool, which will put all your submissions into a CSV file and you can filter through those for any auditing purposes. If I go to one that we've got requisition acknowledged, here we have a WhatsApp style chat. So you'll receive your submission receipt and any communication between you and your caseworker will be through here. So you have a full audit trail. We also have some handy tools here. You can add any internal notes. So say there's a couple of you working on the post-completion files, you can see who's working on it or if it's been left with the client. You can request HMLR action, such as requesting an update, extension of time, cancellation, and then obviously you can respond to the requisition. So as well as free typing to your caseworker, you can use this handy feature here called regenerate details. We know panel 13 is a real pain point, and often it can be that the party name is spelled incorrectly or the party role is incorrect, and you can make the adjustments here. And as you can see, as I'm making those adjustments, as you see below, it's put it in a format we know the Land Registry are going to accept, therefore preventing further requisitions down the line. You can add any additional parties here, you can delete any if you need to, and you can upload any supporting documents. Along with this comes with our FAQs, which will be able to help support you with any questions you've got, but we have our expert help desk team who will be able to support you through any submission and any requisitions that you get. Along with the dashboard, we also have our handy calendar as well, so you can be super organised. You'll have full overview of what's coming up, so no more sticky notes and reminders on paper. You can have that all through the platform. So that is InfoTrack's AP1 solution. I'm just going to go through a couple of questions that I know get asked regularly on the AP1. So one of the questions we get asked often is, am I limited to the number of titles I can submit in one AP1? No, you're not formally limited to the number of titles you can include in one submission. We get asked is, am I limited in the type of applications I can submit? No, you can submit a whole host of applications just as long as they correspond with your chosen registration type. How do I pay the registration fee? So your registration fees are usually direct debited from your Land Registry account, and then obviously linked to your EDRS credentials. Is one user able to create an AP1 draft and another user able to submit the application? Yes. One user can draft the AP1 and another one can submit it for you. Does everyone in my firm need EDRS credentials in order to lodge an AP1 with InfoTrack? Not everyone needs credentials, only those acting as the lodging conveyancer. Another question we get asked is, can you cancel an application via InfoTrack? Yes, you can cancel your application quickly and easily via the request action option. Following the drop downs, we'll even pre-populate the application's Land Registry reference number for clarity. Can I lodge complex applications via InfoTrack's AP1? Absolutely. We have a wide range of application types, including portfolio of transfers and charges and shared ownership staircasing. A really popular question asked a lot is, can I lodge first registrations digitally? So no, the Land Registry still require that first registrations be submitted by the post, as no title number has been generated. Do you lodge a paper AP1 form also? So again, no, on submission, you are sending the Land Registry an electronic AP1 form as data. And the last question I get asked a lot, how do I know whether I have EDRS credentials? You need to check your Land Registry account. That's all for me. I don't know if there's any other questions that we've got. Bron.
We've got no questions here, which tells me, Kelly, that you have covered probably most of the pressing questions that people have about switching to digital AP1s. But of course, if anyone does have any questions, feel free to pop them into the Q&A box. We've got a few coming through now. Is there a charge for this service?
That's something we can take offline. I'll get your account manager to give you a call about that.
Perfect, thanks, Kelly. We've got another one coming through, also asking the same question. So as Kelly said, we will contact you.
We will contact you. It's a nominal fee, but the account manager can have that discussion with you.
Will this webinar be run again? Yes, we make these webinars available on demand. So afterwards, a link can be sent out so that your colleagues, if they were unable to attend today, can actually watch this session back. So we will send a link for that, and it will be available for anybody that was not able to attend today. If we are not the conveyancer for the matter, can we still submit AP1 for the buyer?
Good question. Okay, we'll take that one offline. I'll have a look at that one. You should be able to, but we'll have a look at that one.
Can we provide individual training to users?
Yes, we can do that.
Does this mean that the Land Registry now accepts Tier 1 with electronic signatures and other documents?
Yes, they do.
Can you raise queries post-registration if you note an error on the new title?
Post-registration. I think that has to go direct through the Land Registry. But if we have any questions like that, actually our help desk can help with those if there's any queries after it's been registered.
Despite the AP1 being submitted digitally, will the reporting forms still be PDFs?
It depends how you've done it. So if you've done the TR1 digitally, obviously that will then be uploaded to the AP1, and that's a digital form. But the supporting documents you may have may be PDF that you need to upload.
Another one here, if a document is to follow, how do you add it to the application at a later date?
You can do that through the dashboard. That's no problem. You can just upload it.
I think that concludes all of our questions for today. So thank you very much to everybody that attended. And if you do have any other questions about AP1s with InfoTrack or any of our other solutions, please get in contact with the account manager, or you can reach out to the marketing team here at InfoTrack. If you do not have an account, we can set you up with one. We look forward to welcoming you to another session soon. Keep your eye out on our events page, as we'll have more sessions coming up over the summer. Thank you.
Thank you.